Have you ever stumbled upon a sight you were not supposed to witness, triggering a cascade of events that irrevocably altered your life's course? Today, we are stepping back in time, delving into an ancient tale where an innocent encounter turned deadly. This is the story of Diana and Actaeon, a narrative etched in Greek mythology. In the heart of the timeless landscape that is Greek mythology, our tale begins. Actaeon, a renowned hunter of noble lineage, grandson to Cadmus, the legendary founder of Thebes, was known across the land for his prowess in the wilderness. On an ordinary day, while engrossed in a hunting expedition with his loyal dogs, Actaeon strayed away from his well-trodden path, little knowing that this deviation would lead him to a fatal destiny. In another part of this fantastical world, not too far from where Actaeon and his party were hunting, Diana, the virgin goddess of the hunt, the moon, and nature, was basking in a serene moment. Diana, also known as Artemis in Greek mythology, was an untamed force, a fierce protector of her purity, often seen as wild and free as the wilderness she ruled over. On this fateful day, Diana, along with her loyal nymphs, decided to take a break from their divine responsibilities. They chose to retreat to a secluded sparkling pool nestled in the heart of the forest. The goddess and her companions shed their celestial garments, immersing themselves in the cool, clear water, their laughter and chatter resonating through the tranquil forest. As this unfolded, our hero, Actaeon, found himself drawn to these strange sounds echoing through the woods. Intrigued, he veered further from his path. He pushed through a dense thicket, and there it was, a sight that no mortal man was meant to behold. The divine Diana, in all her untamed glory, bathing in the secluded pool. Imagine Actaeon's shock, the awe and terror that gripped him. He realized immediately that he'd seen something forbidden, something deeply sacred. He tried to avert his gaze, to retreat from the clearing, but he was frozen, transfixed by the divine spectacle, and caught in the act by the startled nymphs who shrieked in surprise. In that moment, Diana, the untamed goddess, sprang up in fury. Her visage morphed from shock to burning rage as she realized a mortal man had dared to invade her privacy, witnessing her in her most vulnerable state. In her outrage, Diana instinctively reached for an arrow, but she was in the pool, away from her quiver. All she could grasp was water, so water she used. With a swift motion, she flung the liquid at Actaeon, and as the droplets hit him, she uttered a powerful curse, her words resonating through the forest, a chilling proclamation of the mortal's impending doom. In the blink of an eye, Actaeon's form began to change. His limbs turned sleek and muscular, but not with the strength of a man. Antlers sprouted from his head, his hands morphed into hooves, and his proud hunter's attire into a soft, brown hide. Diana's curse had transformed Actaeon into a stag, an embodiment of the wild creatures he once hunted. Imagine the terror that coursed through Actaeon. The hunter had become the hunted. His own hounds, failing to recognize their master in his new form, took off after him, their barks echoing hauntingly through the once serene forest. Diana watched from the sidelines, her face stoic as Actaeon ran for his life. It was a macabre twist to the tale. The hunter turned prey. Actaeon dashed through the woods, his once familiar territory now a deadly maze. He tried to call out to his hounds, to plead with them, but all that came out was a pitiful bellow, the call of a stag. The hounds, relentless and unyielding, responded not with recognition, but with increased fervor. They closed in on Actaeon, their growls growing louder, their eyes reflecting the primal instinct to hunt, to kill. Meanwhile, Diana, the goddess of the hunt, remained at the pool, the waters now still, reflecting her image as she observed the deadly chase unfurl. There was no pity in her eyes, no remorse, only the cold resolution of a deity enforcing divine law. Back in the woods, the chase reached its tragic climax. The hounds, spurred by their hunting instincts, lunged. Actaeon, the great hunter, met his end at the jaws of his own dogs. His cries echoed through the forest, a chilling testament to the deadly cost of crossing the divine boundary. And so the tale of Diana and Actaeon concludes, a chilling story of how an innocent encounter turned deadly. It is a stark reminder of the boundaries set by the divine, a warning against the violation of sacred spaces, and a vivid illustration of the harsh consequences that come with crossing those boundaries. But this tale is more than just a grim warning. It is a reflection of our own world. How often do we, like Actaeon, stumble across situations we were not meant to encounter, triggering consequences we never anticipated? Like Actaeon, we might find ourselves transformed, facing challenges that we never expected, and paying a price we never thought we'd have to pay. The story of Diana and Actaeon, though rooted in Greek mythology, resonates with us even today. It serves as a metaphorical reminder of the importance of respecting boundaries, understanding our place, and contemplating the potential consequences of our actions. It's a tale that underscores the immutable laws of the universe, the inviolability of certain spaces, and the harsh penalty of trespassing into the prohibited. But there's more to it. The story of Diana and Actaeon also speaks to the fragility of our existence, the swift change of fortunes, and the profound transformation that can result from our actions, whether intentional or inadvertent. In the end, whether you view this tale as a mere myth or a life lesson, remember, some encounters change everything. For Actaeon, it was a fatal transformation. For us, it might be a transformation of a different kind, one that could lead to personal growth, learning, or a deeper understanding of the world around us. The tale of Diana and Actaeon is not just a story of punishment, it's a tale of transformation. Actaeon, the skilled hunter, found himself turned into a prey, a tragic metamorphosis that underlines the fickle nature of fate. Yet, in his story, we find an enduring lesson about boundaries and the sanctity of spaces, both physical and metaphorical. At its heart, the story of Diana and Actaeon is about respect. Respect for the divine, for boundaries, for the sanctity of personal space. But it's also about the consequences of curiosity, of venturing into the unknown, of disturbing the natural order of things. And, as such, it serves as a timeless warning to us all. As we navigate through our own lives, we can't help but encounter spaces and situations where we may feel out of place, where we may inadvertently cross boundaries. And while the consequences may not be as dramatic or as tragic as Actaeon's, the story reminds us to tread carefully, to respect the spaces and boundaries of others, and to understand that our actions, intentional or not, can lead to unforeseen outcomes. So next time you find yourself in uncharted territory, remember Actaeon. Remember the sacred pool and the divine wrath of Diana. Remember the unexpected transformation and the tragic end. Take a moment to understand your place, respect your boundaries, and remember that every action has its consequences. In closing, the tale of Diana and Actaeon is a timeless reminder of the delicate balance between curiosity and respect, between freedom and boundaries, and between action and consequence. A reminder that, like Actaeon, we are all part of a larger narrative, and our actions, however small or innocent they may seem, can set in motion a chain of events that can change our lives and the lives of those around us forever.